The weather that's occurred in the past 24 hours with rain followed by ice and sleet make for the worst of driving conditions. While home is the safest place to be on a day like this, thousands of Oklahomans will have to be on the road. There are things you can do to help avoid accidents. We appreciate having Officer Jason Willingham of the Tulsa Police Department with us today. He is also a driving instructor. Good to have you with us, Officer.
Thanks for having us.
How are things looking out there right now?
Well, you know, it's kind of first thing this morning. It was real treacherous out. The sand crews got out and they really started working the roads, and then as the traffic decreased, you know, people got to their destinations, the roads started refreezing again. Of course, the sleet is still coming, the snow is still coming, so they're going to start deteriorating as the day goes on, so it's going to get bad.
What are the worst mistakes drivers make in this weather?
Well, you know, I think it starts before the weather gets here. We really need to make sure that our tires are properly inflated. You know, you only have 5 inches of rubber thereabout to drive on, and what happens when your tire is underinflated, the sides boil out, which causes the center portion of the tire to come up. So you're actually only driving on 2 to 3 inches of rubber. So that's one of the first problems that people need to think about before the weather hits.
Definitely. All right. Now, say you do go into a skid. What should you do?
Well, the first thing, it's a knee-jerk reaction to slam on the brakes and jerk the steering wheel.
Of course.
You know, and that's the absolute worst thing that you could possibly do. The first thing that you want to do is you need to take your foot off the accelerator and slowly, gently apply pressure to the brake. If you jam your foot on the brake, the wheels lock up, you lose rolling friction with the surface of the road, and then you're going to go into a spin. You want to gently steer into the direction of the skid. If the vehicle starts to feel like it's going to break loose and the rear end is going to come around on you, the best thing to do at that point is to take your hands off the steering wheel and let the vehicle go where it's going to go. By putting steering input into the steering wheel, you're going to make the vehicle go further than it normally would have on its own. The vehicle wants to drive straight. That's the way they're designed. They're designed to go forward. The wheels are designed to go forward. So it's going to automatically go back there. So if you start to lose control of the vehicle, just let go of the steering wheel. Don't throw your hands up, obviously, get it close, but let the steering wheel do what it's going to do. And
speed, of course.
Speed is obviously probably the most important thing. You know, as the snow comes in tonight, people are going to feel that, hey, it's snow, I can safely drive on snow. And that may be true, but the fact remains that underneath the snow is going to be a layer of ice, and the ice is what it's hard to drive on. So it doesn't matter if you're on a bridge and overpass, if you're on you know, just regular concrete or asphalt, it's still going to be slippery, so you just need to really slow down. You need to increase your stopping distance. By increasing your stopping distance, you're going to not rear end the person in front of you. So
now, I heard you say something earlier today about remaining in a vehicle if you have problems of any sort.
Well, yeah, also, when you leave home, grab a bottle of water, grab some crackers, grab your cell phone. Even if your cell phone's not activated, keep it charged, that way you can dial 911. You know, if you go off into a ravine and you're stuck down there and nobody knows you're down there, there's a lot of, you know, you could be there for a while. So, you know, before you leave, before the weather comes, top off the tank of gas. So in case you do go off the road, you can keep that vehicle running and you can keep heating the car. So, and also another thing, if it's deep snow, if you do go off the side of the road like that and you feel like you're not going to be seen and you don't feel like you can make it up to get help, you might get out of the vehicle and check around the tailpipe of the vehicle to make sure that there's snow not covered up around it, because what happens is the snow doesn't let the carbon monoxide escape, and then you could succumb to carbon monoxide. So,
my goodness.
So there's all kinds of dangers, but you know, you just got to think about it, slow down, and stay at home if you don't have to be out.
Definitely. Well, this has been most helpful. We want to remind people that there are numbers to call about road conditions, and you can find those numbers listed on our website at KOTV.com. Once again, Operation Slick Streets in effect by the Tulsa Police Department on our streets today. Thank you so much for taking the time to be